Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi and the Notary Educators Training Team. I'm here with Angela,
Hello, everybody.
and we want to welcome you to our Q&A also. And tonight I'm going to talk about translation services and how a company messed up my documents, give you a few tips on that, talk about how you can add that to your business if you would like, let you know what's going on with notary educators, what training dates we have coming up. For those of you who may be new to notary educators and Notary Life with Kimmi, I'm a notary and I have my own business now for about 4 or 5 years. We train all 50 states and we focus on, hey Donna, we focus on making sure that notaries are equipped to do their duties. Because if you don't know how to do your notarial duties, you probably shouldn't be running a business. Hey, Drea, these are all
Okay.
as part of the mentorship. Hey, guys, welcome. So you guys may have some questions too. Feel free, but let me get into the translation services really quick. We'll start there. Oh, let me let Angela introduce herself a little bit, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, this is Angela, part of Notary Educators, and I have my own business, AJ Mobile Notary in Gwinnett Apostilles. So, welcome everybody. We're happy to be here with you tonight.
Welcome. Okay, so let's get to it, guys. So anyway, translation services. If you are not offering translation services, let me tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to tell you my story of what happened. Okay, so translation services is just that. You may not speak German, French, Spanish, or all these different languages. However, your clients will seek you out because you're a notary. We get asked to do all kind of things. They'll say, "Hey, can you help me get some documents translated?" Okay. So there's a couple different ways you can do that. You may speak one of those languages and you may actually offer the service yourself and translate documents. Hey, party. How you doing? So you may offer that service where you actually do the translating. However, I don't speak German. I don't speak French or any of these other languages. So the client will bring the document to me. I will facilitate the translation. I'll find a company, upload the docs, whatever. And then the clients will get the document back from me. I charge a little surcharge for my part that I played in it. And then the company will charge them. So why does someone need translation services? Maybe they're getting married out the country. Maybe they're buying property. Maybe they have a will. Maybe they're bringing a piece of property from another country into the United States. And the document, I had a car title that was in a German language that had to be translated. Hey, Davita, how's it going? So there's any number of reasons why someone may need your services for translation services. So I do have a full course on translation services. You can check it out in one of two ways. You can actually get the course over at notaryeducatorsllc.com, translation services. I go step by step how to do it, how it's profitable, what to do, step by step. There are 2 or 3 videos for free on the channel. And the third way is to be a part of the mentorship programs on the Notary Business Success mentor program. You have access to all of my training courses for only $39.99 per month. And you did hear that right. All of my training courses for $39.99 per month. Plus, we meet weekly to discuss notarial acts and to get you properly trained to grow your business. Okay. So all of that you can find over at the website. Now let's get to the story really quick. So what happened? First of all, before we do that, are you offering translation services? Because I learned about this from Angela and Alexis. I was actually like, I don't know if I want to do that. But then I learned about it from Angela and Alexis. So are you doing translation services? Put a 1 if you are, or a 0 if you've never heard of it and no, you're not doing it. 1 or 0. Let's see. 1 or 0. Let's see what the people say. Are you doing translation services? Let's see. I'm not seeing any comments. I'm figuring you guys are typing. Okay, here we go. Kidney stone free. Hey, says no. Donna says she's not doing it yet either. Majesty says no. So yeah, so this is something you want to add though. It really is. It can be lucrative. We have a student that's in our one of the mentor programs, and she actually is getting a lot of business doing translation services. And she brought something to my attention last night, which is actually on the replay. I saw the replay because Alexis taught that session. If you're not a part of either of our mentorship programs, you definitely want to join, depending on where you are in your notary business. But she also offered the suggestion of actual verbal translation, like video translation. So are you doing that, Angela?
Mm-mm.
Girl, yeah, they were talking about that in the mentor program. So how that works is somebody might need a video conference to need a translator. So they actually need a translator. Hey, Mr. John, welcome.
Kim, soy un poco español.
No. You're not the translator. No, you're just the same thing. Instead of paper, it's a video conference. So you find the person that's going to do the translation. I'm going to ask her.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to ask her, can she give me the name of her person, her contact? And we can see, can we make that happen? So no, what happens? I know, right? That's pretty cool. So say, for instance, you need a video conference. So this person speaks Spanish and they're trying to talk to another person and they don't know how to even find a translator that can do the video conference. So once again, you're just the mediator. So she told her a certain price per minute and she told her to add whatever her fee is on top of that. And the notary collects the total fee and then pays the translator. So, right? I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So let's get into this story. How this translation company. Welcome, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello.
You want to introduce yourself really quick? I was just going to tell my story.
Oh, well, my name's Jeff Nunley, and I am another member of the Notary Educators, and good to have everybody here this evening.
Welcome, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, are you a notary and a signing agent?
Yeah, I'm a notary signing agent and a little bit everything, but yeah, I work along with Kimmi and also Angela, as we handle these different clients out here in these notary streets. So yeah, I'm pretty active out there as well. And good to see everybody here this evening.
Oops, sorry. And our other member is not here tonight, Alexis. She focuses kind of on the loan signing, also the Google My Business piece of the business. Angela focuses more on the apostille, but we all do everything. So and Angela's going to tell you about some upcoming live training we got going on in just a second. Okay. So let's get into this story, y'all. So a client hired me to have a birth certificate in Spanish translated to English. She was a repeat client. I had did 3 other notarizations for her. So this one came through. I used the same company for the other 2. So this third one that happened, I sent it off, my regular process, et cetera, et cetera. The translation company sends it to me for approval. I clicked it and I said, yes, it was fine. It looked okay. I didn't do a deep dive into it because I've used them several times before. But fortunately, my client, when she received the document, she looked at it. She needed it for immigration purposes. Okay. So anyway, she's looking at the document. So she sends me an email. She says, oh, I'm so sorry. She's feeling bad, right? She said, I'm so bad, but there's a mistake on here. And I said, what? I'm so embarrassed at this point. I'm like, are you kidding me? There is an error on my translation. So I don't know. I just felt terrible, right? So I'm looking at the translation and she's telling me what the 2 errors are. She typed them out and then she circled it. Also, she sent me back a copy of it. She's pretty good with the phone. So she sends it in red, what's going on. So the 2 errors were, just in case you are ever trying to check a document, one of them was the date. So they had 2024. So they had 2024 for the year. That was one of the mistakes. Okay. I was like, how did they make that mistake? But they are human. So, okay. So that was one of the mistakes. The second mistake was the time. It would say it's 6:09. They put it in military time, which would be 18:09. So she was like, well, do you think they want it in, regular civilian time? I guess you'll call it. And anyway, I was like, I'm thinking, yeah, because you want it translated. That's what she wanted from whatever way it was to the English language for immigration. So immigration may or may not read, military time. I don't know. And my client didn't want it on her document. So Jeffrey and I are running around trying to figure out, how to get this corrected. So I reached back out to the translation company. Translation company tells me, well, you didn't check it, you signed off on it, basically. I'm like, that's not the point. I was like, can you give me some money back? Because now I got to get this fixed for my client. I said, she needs this document ASAP. Fortunately, this company I was working with was moving really fast anyway. That's why I like them. But even with that mistake, they fixed it very quickly. And then they still sent it back incorrectly. They still sent it back incorrectly. So the second time, I didn't let the client see it because I knew what the two mistakes was. I said, she needs this done ASAP. So now there's two different mistakes that you've made. So I asked the translation company, can you give me some money back? Because I wanted to compensate my client at this point. So this is the question I have for you. Then I'm going to finish the story. Do you think I should have given the client back any money because it wasn't my mistake? Or should I have given the client back some money because I facilitated it? Or what, one or two, give them back something or zero for nothing? One for something, zero for nothing. Should I have compensated the client at all? Now they're delayed on what they need to get done. Fortunately, she had 2 extra business days in there. That's why that's one of the questions you ask when you're doing translation services. Mm-hmm. How quick do you need it back? So Majesty says, everybody's saying I should have compensated her some kind of way.
Well, I got a question about that.
John says no. Yes, Angela.
So it never got sent off, correct?
Not incorrectly. No.
Right.
Because it was going to immigration.
Right. So did she get the document back on time in order to do what she needed to do?
She did.
So a nice apology. I would have gave them a nice apology. Very, deeply sorry, but I would not have given them any money back.
And I didn't even make a lot on the transaction because she was repeat and I just didn't charge her that much more, right? Because I figured, easy peasy, one doc. If I just make a couple dollars, cool. Little did I know it was going to turn into a whole fiasco. So what did we end up doing, Jeffrey?
You mute, Jeff.
Oh, you still muted. Oh, you had a phone? Oh, you might be on another call.
Oh. No. I'm trying to see how to mute myself. I think, did we give her a gift card or something?
So I was not gonna not do anything.
Okay.
Oh, see, Lorena Alonso says immigration is very strict on its details.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that, Lorena. Thank you. And that's why my client was like, hey, I got to get this fixed. She wasn't bugging or mean or mad or anything, but it was just like, we got to handle it. So we got it handled. And we gave her a $10 gift card to Starbucks. Because again, just from a customer service standpoint, I could not just do nothing. Okay. Mm-hmm. I could have, but that's just not how I roll. I was going to even have to take a loss. I was trying my best because I kept telling Jeff and asking him, I said, should we give her all the money back? Should we give her part of the money back? What should we do? And we ended up giving her a $10 Starbucks gift card. That was the easiest thing. That wasn't even that easy. I had to go to Starbucks. I had to get the gift card. They gave me an envelope. I put everything together and I put it in her package. I also had to deliver it to her because all this time now she's been picking the document up from me, dropping it off to me. So now I'm inconvenienced because I had to buy her the gift card and I had to take it to her, the completed documents and everything. More time and expenses and resources out of my business. So they really cost me money. So needless to say, I'm not using them anymore right now. Kind of upset with them. They wouldn't even compensate me any kind of way. And I'm just done with them. So, customer service is important. We got a comment here from Relatable TV with D. She says customer service is very important and looking out for her was definitely the right thing. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. So did you, Angela or Jeffrey, want to add anything to the translation story? And then we'll take comments from the questions about your business, what you have going on, what you need about starting your business.
I would not have given her money back, but the Starbucks gift card was a good gesture because I had something recently with the Virginia Secretary of State where they did not send the documents. They said they sent them, but they didn't. And so what I did was I paid for the extra FedEx for my client. So I didn't give him money back. In essence, I did, but I didn't. And so doing some gesture, and what he appreciated the most, because he told me, he said, I really appreciate your diligence in resolving the problem, getting the problem resolved. So when you have a customer, something like that happens, the first order of business is to make sure you show them that you're diligently trying to get the problem resolved. And then anything extra that you want to do, then that's just going to be icing on the cake. But the best thing is to be diligent like you were. And then the gift card was a good gesture.
Oh yeah, I went into 911 mode because I'm like, I know she needed this document back. Jeff, did you want to add anything about what that situation?
No, I mean nothing. I think it's already been covered. It's just a matter, like the comments there, that customer service is important, and so depending on the circumstances, and to a good point that Angela made, if nothing was lost, or the services were not rendered in the time that you promised, or what have you, meaning that she or the client had to do something with that document, and nothing happened. It's, if anything, was more of a frustration.
Right.
And then you have to think about how to compensate if necessary, or to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit with the customer, depending on the circumstances. Now, on the other hand, if they were supposed to get something in and then the document was wrong and they didn't send it back, the translation company didn't send it back, and a couple of days later, that's another story. Then you know, those are some things you may have to think about how to compensate in circumstances like that.
And that's a good point, Jeff. And Kim, when Jeff was saying that, what it made me think about was that what you wouldn't want to do is, even if there's an additional charge, and that's aspect, what you would not want to do is, tell the customer, this happened, and you know this happened, but also you owe me an extra $35 or $40. Because when my document was late from the Secretary of State, I ate the extra FedEx charge that I had for the client. So you don't want to, even if there's an extra charge, another good gesture would be, to show the client your diligence and, how much you appreciate them coming to you, is to make sure you cover any extra charge, reasonable charge that comes up, even if you have to split it and it's not your fault. If it's too much, then make sure you do that, because I wouldn't want to charge them extra and all of these stuff has happened.
Right. I've definitely, like you said, if it had to cost me another $25 or so. Now I don't know. You know what? Let me kind of say I don't know on that one, Angela, because if it's something that was not in my control and now it's costing a whole lot of money, I'm not ever trying to take a loss.
Right. Loss. That's why I say you may want to split the cost. I wouldn't. That's why I say if it's reasonable cost.
Yeah, it depends. I'm gonna kind of, for me, my business decision might look a little different on that, because I'm not in the habit of losing money. I already lost enough. And even with the gift card, I didn't feel it was a loss because I could write it off on my taxes. It was a business expense. I counted my mileage back and forth to her house. So you see what I mean? I'm gonna always try to come out on top. Right. I'm in business.
and then it also depends on, for me, it also depends on, is this a regular customer? Like this gentleman that I paid for the FedEx, he lives in Virginia, and I've done like 5 or 6 FedExes for him. He's paid me a lot of money. I've sent documents to his attorney in Spain. So I look at him as like a long-term customer. So it also depends on the situation. Are they a long-time client? They done paid you a couple $1,000, then that's different too.
Yeah, that's true too. So she ain't paid me that kind of money. Look, she ain't paid me that kind of money. So the girl wasn't getting ready to get all that back.
Right.
That is the point though. You got to look at the whole relationship. And we're into building relationships over here, not just one-hit wonders, or you know what I'm saying? So we really are all about the whole relationship in its totality, trying to make sure, we get a client what they need. But again, we are running businesses and we're not in the habit of taking losses. I mean, I didn't wake up this morning saying, I think I'm going to take a loss. Nah. Okay, let's get some questions here. So, or comments too. So Donna says, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them. We can hang out a little bit longer, probably to about 6:40ish. So don't hesitate. Okay. Donna says the customer wasn't expecting the gift card. She will never forget you going the extra mile for her.
Right.
Yes, Donna, correct. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. It wasn't a lot, because you can get 2 cups of coffee, maybe, depending on how you spend your Starbucks.
A cup and a half.
A cup and a half, right. So Jasmine says, hey Jasmine, for good business, I would say 1 for something. Yeah. Give her something. even if it had been off the next translation. But I don't like doing that because what if she'll never have another one? I like to solve the problem immediately or try to offer solution as fast as I can dealing with that situation. Because I don't even like when I go somewhere and they say, we'll give you 10% off your next thing. I may not want to come back to you. I want to straighten out right now. What can you do for me today? This is when you made the mistake. This is when the error happened. This is when my food wasn't any good, et cetera, right?
Right.
Jasmine. Oh, did you mention which translation service? I did not Relatable TV because I did not want to bash them. Eek. I'm not gonna say who it was because I've already been in trouble on YouTube for name dropping. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm just not. Now I'll tell you who I am gonna use. I'll tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Rush Translation. I've not tried them yet, but that's Rush, Rush. Alexis has used them, and she actually had a great experience with them. So I found them on IG, and I liked everything I read about them, 5 stars. So I will be using them in the future if that helps you. And again, please check out the translation training because I don't want you out there kind of willy-nilly saying, oh, I'll just get the document, upload it. No, you don't. It's a little bit more, there's always more to it than that. So you want to be properly trained before you start offering translation services, okay? And don't call me after you already accepted a job and you don't know what you're doing because I can't help you. So please get the proper training on anything you're doing. We'll get these next comments and now let Angela tell you about the live training we have coming up. So Ani says, hey, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody who will watch the replay too. I neglected to say that. And those who will listen to the podcast. Jasmine says, especially if she was a repeat, I would have done something to keep the loyalty. Yes. Ani says, yeah, keep them coming. Yeah, for real. So we all over here about customer service. Even with you all, I had a client, a notary client. She reached out. She wanted bought a class from me, and she couldn't find it. She just could not find it. She was like, "Man, you guys, I mean, you really answer your emails. You really Johnny on the spot. Like, you really trying to make sure I get my course." Yeah, I am, because that's what my business is. I don't tell you to do something that I wouldn't do with you all. I'm doing it for my regular public, but I don't do it for my fellow notary clients. No, I walk the walk on all parts and everything we do. Yeah, Angela.
I got a client.
Oh, go ahead. So let's see here. Relatable TV says, thanks, because many of us do take your recommendations and ideas. I understand not name dropping. I just wasn't on the live immediately. Yeah, so I didn't mention who it was, but I do will be trying again, Rush, RUSH. And again, do your due diligence, but based on the research, Alexis has already tried them and her experience was amazing. So after she told me that, I was confirmed. Jeffrey, did you want to add anything? Drop your comments, guys, or questions you have. Did you want to? Oh, Angela's back too. Jeffrey, did you have anything to add?
No, I'm good. You're doing good.
Angela, did you want to talk about the upcoming live training we have?
So yes, so we have 3 actually live trainings coming up. We have on the 23rd, we have the Notarize Like a Pro, which is different than the mentor or the Notary Business Success. In the Notarize Like a Pro class, we train you how to become a great notary. We teach you everything you need to know about notarizing in every state, how to price your services, and everything you need to know that will help you not to be making mistakes. Because speaking of mistakes, while I'm talking about this, a lot of times people say, oh, who doesn't know how to notarize a document? Well, different documents come from different states. And even though you notarize the documents, how do I say this? Some people will notarize the documents and it's basically wrong. I had one this week. Person went to the bank, notarized the document. He sent it to me to be apostille, and it was wrong. And they would not accept it because it was wrong. So you need to be trained. Kim, Lexus, and I, Jeff, we always mention, if you're going to start a business, make sure you get some training. Every successful business I've worked for, many attorneys, they didn't just go start practicing to be an attorney. They had to get training. So make sure you get the training. We have one this Saturday at 6 p.m. live via Zoom. You can go to our website, notaryeducatorsllc.com. We also have an apostille training on Sunday at 7 p.m. live via Zoom. Make sure you go to our website, again, notaryeducatorsllc.com. And one thing about apostilles is that when you're slow on notaries, then you can have other services, whether it's ink fingerprinting, apostilles, translation services. I had a customer 2 days ago that I had done an apostille for. He called me just to get a translation. So customers who have used you, they will call you and say, "Do you do translations?" Or his question was, "Do you know somebody that can do translations?" I said, "Yes, me." And so go to our website for the translation course. But this weekend we do have two coming up for the Notarize Like a Pro and the apostille training. And so the good thing about the apostille training also is that when you're slow, because I have been really slow this summer. I've told Kim, I'm not getting a lot of notary calls. Most of my notary calls were repeat customers. But believe it or not, the apostille training more than made up, the apostille clients more than made up for it, because you can charge more and you don't have to follow the notary law when it comes to charging. But if you know how to apostille documents to help people with documents for other countries, then it really fits in well with your business.
Yes, yes. And for those of you who do not know, we actually have a couple of mentorship programs now. Ani says, I've come across several different documents since I've taken Notarize Like a Pro. I know Ani been out there getting it.
Ani been getting it.
Yes, thank you. And if you don't know what Notarize Like a Pro is, that's our main course where we teach you how to properly notarize documents. So check that out. And that's where I was going really right quick. So if you have not heard about the Notary Business Success Coaching program, that is where you have access to all of my trainings, all 8, which is Notarize Like a Pro, Build Your Business, Estate Package Training, specialty training, specialty notary training, also ink fingerprinting, translation, I-9, and how to price and market your services. All of that is included, as long as also with weekly live trainings. Every week we meet, and it's only $39.99 per month. Again, it's only $39.99 per month. So you can look at the website, Notary Educators LLC.com, for all of your choices that you have. And then we also have the regular mentor program. I'll let Angela talk about that one quick.
So that's the advanced notary mentor program. Is for people who have already started their business, who have actually taken the full Notarize Like a Pro training from us, and you want to enhance your business to make your business better. To put your business on the next level, we have the advanced notary. Whereas the business success program, you're every week slowly. Is that correct, Kim? Going over information and going over things little by little. But for the advanced notary, is people who have started their business and who want to advance and excel to make their business better. So that mentorship program is kind of like the success business, except for that it's more advanced, So look at both of them, see where you are in your notary journey, and choose one of the mentorship that will best work with you.
We actually have people from both mentor programs in the here tonight live with us. So if you guys don't mind maybe sharing just a couple of comments, and we'll continue to take questions as they come in. Ani says it's worth every penny. And guys, I'm going to tell y'all why I love the business coaching one so much is because I'm able to actually teach a deep dive. So like we'll be doing copy certification. We've been going over deep dives into acknowledgments, jurats. People are getting their first notarizations completed. When we come across the error, we get it fixed. You have access. Both mentor programs do have a chat where we communicate in it all day long. So I don't care what time of day. Donna's saying amen. So yeah, we're very hands-on in these particular mentor programs. Yeah. So please check both of them out. Again, the advanced one is for just that. You know how to properly notarize. Now you're ready to go next level. My business success one is really designed for those of you who may be completely new and cannot afford to spend $450 on one on a program. If you buy all of my courses, I think the bundle is like $450 something. So people really appreciated being able to have access to quality training, quality education for only $39.99 per month, plus the live aspect of
Mm-hmm.
us working with you and being available to you. So it's been going very well, and I'm very pleased by it. What did you want to add, Angela?
And speaking of being available, and anyone who's in the mentor program, they will tell you that when they have a job and they need answers to their questions, we're on it right away. It's like it's real time. They're going on the job, they're at a job, they need help from us, they need some answers. We're on it right away. So it's like you got your notary buddy right there with you all the time, who can answer the questions and make sure that the documents are notarized properly, or your loan documents or whatever you may have. So we're really true mentors where we are there, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, and the main thing is we want you to be qualified and equipped to
Mm-hmm.
actually, notarize these documents and to gain clientele. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
really don't know what you're doing out there and you are trying to fake it till you make it,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera, it is not going to work. It is not going to work. So we have been, again, very excited by the results. People are actually building their businesses. People are getting their business pages set up. Google business page, Chat GPT. You can go back and see some of the different topics that we've had. You have access to the replays. Those are completely available to you. So again, we are all just very pleased with the business success programs. Oh, that's Denise. Hey, Denise. Denise from the Kidney Stone Free Living says the business success program is a steal. It's very interactive. That's how I learn best. Yeah, it is a steal. No, it's a blessing. It really has been for a lot of people. I get so many people that say, "Hey, I just could not afford all of that. I've wanted to train with you all for whatever reason, So it's going really good." What other questions do we have? Party is also part of the program. She says, "I'm in Kimmi's coaching program. It has been great. All caps. We love it. All caps for that. The real life examples and the kind approach work for me. Thank you." Yeah, and we do a lot of mock notarizations, a lot of mock interactions. So this week we are actually doing the process. What is a notary process? That's what we're talking about this week, step by step. And we have little homework assignments throughout the week. Not real like writing out homework, but little pop quizzes is a better way to say that. So I might just be sitting here and I'm like, let me see what they really learned last week. So we do little pop quizzes, and it's been great. I think a little community is forming, and that's great too because you guys help each other out. We had tips in there today. Somebody was talking about doing those knock um, door things. I don't personally do them. That's where they give you a package, you knock on the door and say, "Hey, you've been served," or like with the lawyer involved. It could be good or bad sometimes, I guess. I don't personally do those. I'm not into security stuff where I gotta feel I gotta be packing something. I don't pack anything. So I don't personally get into warrant serving and all of that. But the person that talked about it in the chat earlier, they had a great experience with it. So I said I might look into it. I don't know, since they did it and it went well for them, but I don't typically do those. Jeffrey, you want to add anything to our conversation? Any comments you have, guys, please don't be afraid because we're going to hang out about another 10 minutes, not even, and then we will head out. And if you're actually, pretty good with all of your questions for this evening, we do not mind wrapping it up, but we definitely want to make sure we answer your questions too. This is an open Q&A. Jeffrey?
No, I was looking at the comments, and it's good to hear and see that many of the students and people that are actively involved in our community, and it's a group thing, is being successful, and they're able to start to see the benefits of the training. And again, a training is extremely important so that when you're out there stamping these documents, because you remember that the document that person has, it might seem to us a small matter, but for that person, that is taking them to a possible next stage in their life, whether it's be something good or something bad or just day-to-day activity. But whatever it is, that document does not, or that person's life does not move forward without that document being notarized. And if it's not notarized correctly, then it's going to be a problem. I just thought, it just hit me. I just thought about something. I don't want to dwell on it too long, but a few days ago, we were watching on TV the importance of the notary and why you keep track of who your notarizing with your journal. If any of you were aware or paid attention to a few months ago of the notary that was said to have notarized the document for Elvis's property. What was it?
Elvis.
Graceland?
Graceland.
Yeah. And we were just watching it a few days ago, last week, and it was funny. I was watching it, was like, wow, that's interesting how they were trying, based upon what the notary said, that they had never met this person, whoever it was. The judge just did not move forward with seizing or selling one of the two of the property of Elvis, but it all was stopped because that notary was able to say, "Hey, I don't know who this person is, who said that I notarized something or something to that effect." So the point that I'm making is that we play a vital role. It's not just something to make a few extra dollars, but it's a valuable service that we provide in the community.
And the funny thing about the Elvis thing, when they interviewed her, she said that she did not sign her name the way that the document was signed. It wasn't even in the same state. We teach all 50 states too. I'm glad I just said the word states. All your documents do not just come from California. They do not just come from New York, North Carolina, wherever you're located. You need to learn how to notarize anything. So a lot of times today, people are saying you must have state-specific training. No, you must know what your handbook says, but your training needs to be encompassing everything. And that's what we teach you. Okay. So yeah, you don't have to have state-specific training. You do need to know what your state handbook says. It's a difference. So don't be fooled thinking I gotta know every single California law, and then you can't notarize a document that came from Georgia.
Right.
No. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, Josie says we were talking about serving warrants. That's exactly what it was earlier. Someone was talking about, hey Josie, somebody was talking about Marcel, what's up?
Marcel.
Hey Marcel. So yeah, we were talking about serving warrants, and that's what that knock knock thing is called. They don't typically pay a lot either. So that's another reason why I don't like to do them. I just don't think it's worth the risk.
I just think it could be a little dangerous, a little bit too much dangerous for me. You never know how the person's going to react of you serving them papers or giving them papers saying,
Yeah. And what are the papers? If it's like you inherited $1 million, sign me up. I'll take it all day long. But you at war with somebody or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
You in a controversy with somebody. Hey, blessed sister. Jasmine says, taking the business coach program, I lack confidence in this class is making me excited to start my business. Yes, Jasmine is on fire. Jasmine is on fire. I'm trying to put the fire out just a little bit. But you are doing amazing, Jasmine. All of you are. You making progress. I can't show y'all, of course, what they learned in the session, but Miss Donna has done some amazing things with her business, the things she's making from marketing. I mean, it's some really amazing things happening. We already spoke about Ani, so it's some amazing things happening in the group, for real. People are really, really doing great, and we're so proud to be a part of everyone's journey. Let's get Blessed Sister said, Ani says, yes, I seen that. The notary never met Lisa. Right. The notary never even met Lisa Marie Presley. She had never met her, period. Because they asked, do you know her? She was like, nope. She don't even know how they got her name. And when you really think about it, I mean, any of us could be subject to that, That's why you want to make sure you sign your name consistently. That's one way to help prevent fraud. We've done several videos. It might be time we do a new video about fraud, but making sure you sign the same way every time is always a good thing, because they can't hold you accountable for something that you didn't do. Right. And you definitely don't want to be a part of anything fraudulent. I don't care how much money. We did a video. Victor joined us. This was last year. Somebody offered him, I think, $10,000 to notarize.
Yes, to notarize something.
Yeah, he's in our Facebook group. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, that's completely free to join. Notary Educators is our Facebook group. But Victor was talking in that group one night, and I brought him on. The person offered him $10,000 to notarize something. And you may say, that sounds stupid. Why would somebody pay $10,000? But if you could pay a notary $10,000 to help you to commit fraud on $1 million property, or $1 million investment. Well, isn't that a nice ROI? Yeah, you know. So what else we got here? Blessed Sister says, yes, I've seen that on the world news. I could understand where my notary experience and training is very important. You got it. Hey, Drea. What's up? Drea says her hometown is Memphis. My mommy, too, was born in Memphis, Tennessee. I still got a lot of family in Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. Memphis barbecue.
Notary down south.
Notary down south. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up? So we just wanted to hop on for a little bit, share that story with you, let you know what's going on. Don't forget to think about adding translation services. And actually, it's really becoming. I'm gonna do a whole nother live on this, maybe throughout the week if I get a few minutes. Interest rates are dropping, so let's go ahead. Many of you already have your notary supplies. Get ready because it is about to go down. Okay, it may not be tomorrow, but within the next 6 months, mark my words, you will wish that you were ready to start your business, that your business was already active and you were already notarizing, already knowing what to do. You don't want to wait till these signings start popping off and it's like, okay, now what? How do I notarize? What's an acknowledgement? What's a jurat? Where do I get my supplies? No, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And the market is definitely changing. We can see
it. My brother's a real estate investor, and I was talking to him earlier today, and he's like, I got 2 more properties. He said the interest rates are going down. It's changed. He's just going to be, everything's going back down. So like Kim said, be ready with your training.
Yes. Go ahead and get ready. And then our last comment for the evening is going to be Miss Cassandra. She says, good evening and hello. Love your training and good news. I received my commission today in the mail. I'm ready to stamp. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations, Cassandra. Congratulations. Yes. And thank you for the compliment too. We are excited for you on your journey. Let's go. And Miss Terry C is in the house. What's up, Terry? Terry says, hello, everyone. I hope you all had a great day. I was outside with my grandson. Oh, Terry, we're so glad you hopped on. We are so glad. So, guys, on behalf of Notary Educators and Notary Life with Kimmi, I'm going to say good night. Check us out, all things notary, at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Angela and Jeffrey, would you like to say good night?
Good night, you guys, and thank you for joining us this Monday evening. And I hope you got some good information to help you in your notary business. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
All right. And along with everyone else, enjoy the rest of the evening and the week and have a successful week and put those different notary practices or points of interest or concern into practice, and you'll do well. We'll look to see you next week.
Good night, everybody. And Entrepreneur Notary says they wrote an article about Graceland in May of 2024. So feel free to drop that in the chat, please. People can check it out at their leisure. Okay. Thank you all for sharing. And again, good night. See you next time. Bye.